Hey guys, it's LegoMatic9, and today I'm going to be showing you guys this custom LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian Hunter minifigure. Now this guy's actually a collab between me and my buddy Sander. If you don't remember Sander, he is the one who helped me out with my Destiny figures back in November. He did a lot of the sculpting on those guys, so for this guy, he sculpted the helmet, he sent it over to me, and I took it from there. So this guy's just a completely made-up Mandalorian. He's not based off of anything from any show or comic or anything like that. He's just completely made up. I think the only thing that I got inspired from was the color scheme. I just saw some reference, and I really like the color scheme, so that's pretty much the only thing. But other than that, this is a completely made-up character, not seen anywhere else. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the close-ups on this figure. So here we have the Mandalorian Hunter. Now this guy is just more of a lightweight type Mandalorian, not a lot of armor here and there, unlike the Stalker I made, a Dengalar I think is what I called him. This guy, he's more of like a medium style armor, whereas this guy's more of a lighter style armor. If you think about that, it's just Boba Fett is more like a lighter style Mandalorian armor, and Jango is the more medium. So I'm planning on making a heavy at some point, but this guy was just the kind of like lighter class that I went ahead and made just because I thought a Hunter would be kind of agile, and just, you know, it'd be more like a scout, I think. Just, you know, it's got to be fast, got to be able to lay down, snipe, do whatever, kind of like a marksman. So I went for more of the lighter armor style with the sculpting and such. So starting off with the weapon, just to show you guys that, this is actually a modified Brick Arms FG42. So what I did with that is I just shortened the barrel a little bit, and then I added on some tiny tactical shotgun shell saddles on either side, and then I put the shotgun shells in this side, and then painted them gunmetal and silver just to kind of get that red look away. And then I also painted the stock at brown, and then I did like a kind of silver and gunmetal dry brush over the black there. So I'm going to take this out of his hand for now, just so you guys can get a better look at this sculpting and stuff on the arms. So, again, like I said, this guy's kind of like the more lighter class. So with the legs there, what I did is I painted on the boots, then I sculpted the knee pads and sculpted the pockets as well, just to give them some look there. Didn't really want to paint on the pockets there. I thought a sculpted look would look a lot better, so I actually really like that. Then I also painted on some battle damage and stuff on the knee pads there. I really like that. I gotta give a shout out to my buddy Shane, or The Last Prime. I was planning on just having this guy finished, and he's like, dude, add battle damage on this. This is a Mandalorian. You gotta put battle damage on it. He's been through war. Come on, put some damage on that. And so I was like, alright, so I went ahead and did that. I think it looks 10 times better with that damage on there. Moving up to the torso there, on the belt, it actually has the armor plate on there. It's kind of going around on the cod piece. That is actually a piece of metal. It's a pop can, I think, and I cut it up and formed it on there, and it looks pretty nice. Then you have this nice belt section. I really like that with the fabric towards the lower part of the torso there. It's got two tiny tactical pockets glued on there, and just some really nice looking detail on that belt. And it kind of just makes a strap that goes all the way around the side right here. Has a little ammo pouch on the side, and then it also has this kind of like skirt comma thing going on, since that's kind of like part of Mandalorian culture, which was the commas. So I added one of those on there, added some painted detail on that, and I think it looks pretty nice. The torso armor, again, I went for a lighter style, so I kind of left out that abdomen armor there, just so he'd be able to like hunch down, get some like ab crunch and stuff. So I just sculpted on that chest armor there, the little thing in the center there, and the little top part. So what I did also is I sculpted these little bits on right here for the straps, so it kind of looks like they kind of like wrapped in there. So I like that, and then I also added battle damage on there, and those straps are made out of fabric, and they just extend all the way to the back of the torso as well, into the backpack. So the backpack here is just a Clone Army Customs Ranger backpack or something. I can't really remember what it was, but I got that at Brick Fair, and I painted it up and put some battle damage on it, and it actually is removable, so I can actually just unplug that right there. You guys can just see the sculpted back armor piece right there, and the fabric that's not really glued on there all that nicely, just because the backpack is going to be covering it. So this just plugs right in here. I wanted to keep that kind of feature of the removable backpack like that, like I did with my previous Mandalorian. Moving on to the arms here, this arm is a little more simple. It's got that sculpted gauntlet on there, which I think looks pretty nice. So I'm really liking the look of that. Got some little details sculpted into the wrist there. Some battle damage, got some little sections sculpted on there. Nothing too fancy on this side. Then he has a shoulder pad made out of metal glued on there. And then this arm's a little more sophisticated, I guess. This kind of has some guns on it. I kind of got it inspired by Deadshot's guns from Suicide Squad. So I kind of put those on there just because I thought it'd be a cool little detail. So he's got two guns on that wrist, and I painted those up, added some black and some silver and gunmetal details to those, and I think it looks pretty nice. Then he also has this other little box down here, which I think could be a flamethrower or something. I just put it on there because I thought it would look nice. So just a bulky wrist and kind of more a thinner wrist over here. So I'm really liking the look at that. And then he also has the shoulder pad glued on there. He's got battle damage throughout both arms. So moving on to the helmet, this was Sanders' area. So all the sculpting is done by him up on the helmet area, and it looks pretty nice. So I gotta say the sculpt looks pretty crisp on his part. He's just freaking amazing at sculpting. It's just crazy. He's working on another project for me, and I can't wait to see it finished. So you guys will probably figure out what that is pretty soon. But you guys can see the really nice sculpt in that helmet with that visor, the extended visor, and then the breathers in the mouth area. Then I painted on all the details on the helmet with the dark tan, that kind of like reddish orange, the gunmetal, and then the pavement color. He's got all this battle damage just throughout. Really liking that. He's got some little details up at the top of his helmet right here in this archway, just because I thought that would be a nice little thing to add there so it wouldn't look too blank. He's got a white triangle right there. Got some blast marks up at the top of his head, similar to that of Boba Fett. He's got some Arubesh painted on there for my initials, so if you guys really want to figure that out, I thought it'd be a nice little touch to put that. And then he has a little rangefinder, nothing too fancy, just more so an antenna that's made out of a staple. So I glued that on there, and I thought it looks pretty nice. So yeah, this guy, I really like how he turned out. Probably one of my better Mandalorians. I think I like him a little better than my previous one, so let me know what you guys think about that, if you agree with that or what. Then again, just the primary color scheme for this guy was the dark tan and the kind of like dark reddish orange color. I thought that'd be a pretty nice color combination, and I was right. I really like how it looks. So yeah, just added battle damage throughout the entire thing, washed it in some black, and it looks pretty nice. So I'll give you guys one quick little 360 of this guy, just so you guys can see it one last time. And yeah, so that's it for the Hunter. One final thing is that he does have a face painted on underneath, so you can take his helmet off, and he has a little face under there, so you can take some hair, put that on there. Looks pretty nice. So it's got just some beard and facial hair stuff painted on there, so it looks pretty nice. Then he has a little scar, kind of like a burn, kind of like Dwight from The Walking Dead, just up on the, I guess, the upper right of his head. Well, his right, I guess. Take that off, put the helmet back on there. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the Mandalorian Hunter. Alright guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys would, please check out Sanders' Bricklink store. He's got some Ranger helmet casts from Fallout. If you're interested in Fallout or anything like that, or just want to own one of his fantastic sculpts, please go check out his Bricklink store. I'll have a link in the description below to that. Also check out his Flickr page just to see what other kind of stuff he's working on. Everything he makes is amazing, so please just go check him out. It's definitely worth it. Also in the comments below, let me know which Mandalorian that I've made is your favorite. I gotta say that this guy has dethroned Den Galar as my favorite. I just really like how he looks, just the color scheme and just the sculpt on him I just really like. But I'm really excited for my next version of a Mandalorian. I think I'm gonna go with like a heavy gunner type deal. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably become a next year because I got to make Boba Fett first. And then I got Rogue One figures, and I got some other projects I got to work on before that. So that'll just be another project for another time, but that's going to be my plan for that. So let me know which Mandalorian of mine you like the best down in the comments below. If you guys haven't already, please check out my other social media accounts, such as my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Flickr, and Google+. I try to post on those as much as I can. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.